Hey guys, Troubletcat here, recording for Zombie Arcade. Here's some Battlefield 3 gameplay. Now, this is not a Gun of the Week video, and you'll also notice we're coming partway through the game. I was trying to record Gun of the Week for the M416, the first video for that. I didn't get that good of a game with the M416, but what I did get was a good vehicle game. So you're going to see my team's behind by about 50 reinforcements. We end up making a solid comeback, and I wanted to do yours truly. No, well, kinda. It's as a result of some pretty solid vehicle play. I noticed there's a lot of footage of BF3 on YouTube, and I haven't actually seen a lot of videos, at least from people I follow, of people talking about effective use of the land vehicles. Most people seem to be focused on infantry or on jets and helicopters. But on a map like Grand Bazaar, the LAV, the one armored vehicle you get, is so important. So you're gonna see me basically using that. And I cut out more or less the bits of the game where I was not in the LAV. So I came in, I used my rifle for a bit, and then I pretty much spent the rest of the game in the LAV. Now, I've got an engineer in my squad, and you'll see here, we start getting hit, we get pretty badly damaged, and I bail the fuck out, and I'm like, oh, he's repairing, and I get back in. And we are able to achieve massive victory against their LAV. I'm on the Russian team, so we got the BMP-2, and I say legend with those repairs, because it's basically, you can keep a tank or an LAV alive for a very long time and get a lot of super good work done if you have one or two good men. If you just have a few good men, no. Yeah, pretty much. But no, I've got one engineer in my squad who is actually helping out, and there was another game actually I recorded while I was trying to get this. Nah, I'm not going to talk about that because I decided not to use that game. Maybe I'll do a video on that later, and I'll mention that yeah. Anyway. So basically, driving around to A here, and what I end up doing is fucking up this Humvee really badly with my main cannon. If you're wondering the enhancements I have on this vehicle right now, I should probably mention those. I've got the IR smoke, I have ATGM rockets, which is an alternate weapon, basically anti-tank guided missiles, which you'll see me using a lot against the enemy LAV. That's the second weapon I have, and I think that's it. I might have build speed or something else on. Those are the only things I think I have on at the moment. There's a third slot, but I think I didn't have anything in it. I'm not sure. Pro tip, running across the open towards a BMP is going to end badly for you. That's really going to fuck up your day. So what I'm doing here basically is I'm driving my LAV around, and I'm trying to control Alpha and Charlie. I'm just driving around, patrolling the map, and what you have to do when you're using especially these light armored vehicles is you want to be making the most use of your vehicle's mobility. So basically it's like a tank, but it's a little bit faster with not quite as heavy armor, and with the ATGM there, it's actually got pretty damn good weapons, anti-tank weapons, as well as the main cannon is quite solid against both infantry and tanks. The LAV is actually really good weaponry. But basically what you want to be doing, as opposed to a tank where you're more inclined to make a solid push to a point you want to hold and then hold that point down. I mean, you can be pretty mobile on tanks. It really depends on the map and on the game mode. Basically though, in an LAV, you always want to be trying to use your mobility to your advantage to hold down a few different points, or at least that's what I've found to be most effective so far. Once again, loving my engineer who's keeping me repaired up there. And I mean, I basically have two serious edges against the enemy LAV. First of all, I do have those anti-tank. I think this guy was trying to see for me. He did not have a good time. First of all, I have those anti-tank guided missiles, which take down LAVs really quickly, especially when combined with the main cannon on this thing. And I don't think they had those missiles. I don't think I was getting hit. Actually, I might have gotten hit by one of those in the first encounter I had with their LAV, because I did get disabled really quickly there. But the biggest advantage I do have is I have an engineer who's on the ball, who knows when it's time to get out of repair, knows what he's doing. There is one moment up here at Alpha where we get blown up, where we probably shouldn't have, because he doesn't do his repairs how he should. Once the vehicle gets disabled, you need to repair it back up to fully repaired, otherwise it continuously takes damage. So we get down to 3% here, and our engineer is able to repair us, and he actually does get us to 100% health, but I guess he doesn't quite knock off the last bit of the last percent or something, because we end up still taking damage from the fact that we've been disabled. There's still some kind of engine fire. You can see there the health bar is still flashing, And we take some damage because of that, and then something hits us and blows us up immediately. I think we get taken out by a block of C4 that we may have survived if we'd been on full health. We can see here our health is going down rapidly, and we're down on, yeah, 65% health and C4 explosives that we may have survived blow us up. Engineer not quite getting her done right there, but for the most part, he was an awesome dude. Now, the most effective way to use armored vehicles is if you're going to be able to coordinate with an engineer or two on your team, especially. If you're on voice chat with some of your buddies, then you can just super the ownage, like you wouldn't even believe. Because, for example, I would have been able to get on voice chat and say, hey dude, you're not finished. You got to get out in there and repair that, and he would have done it. So that's super important. Basically, if you can't get like one engineer in your squad at least working with you, you're kind of wasting your time in the armored vehicles, because I mean, you can be an engineer driving and then hop out and repair when it gets damaged, but then nobody's firing while it's being repaired, and whatever is shooting at you is you're going to run out of repairing, and whatever is shooting at you is not going to run out of ammo, and then it's going to get blown up. It doesn't really work. There's a few other reasons too. So you really need an engineer working with you, and if you don't have that, you're gonna die pretty quickly, because engineers everywhere will gang rape you, the enemy vehicles, etc., etc. If you can't get those repairs, you're unlikely to last long, because you are a giant target. I'm trying to do some sniping here with my cannon. I do get some hits on their vehicle, but don't manage to destroy it there. So basically, yeah, especially on this map, Grand Bazaar, where you just have this one armored vehicle, it can really change the course of the battle. You can see here I'm really worried because I didn't have my engineer with me, so I was backing off, holding real down, slow down and stuff, but then he spawned in my gunner seat, gets out, repairs me, and we are good to go and kick ass. And, I mean, one of the core reasons my team wins is the fact we got this LAV up. You can see, and the enemy does not. They can't keep their armor mobile. You can see here, they've got both points. The LAV was out of commission for a while, and the enemy ends up with more points than we have. I really think on this map, this LAV changes the tide of the battle, and it can be the same for any vehicle on any map. They can be very, very powerful units in the right hands. This is actually causes some balance issues on some maps. Like I feel the first phase of Rush on Karg Island is a little bit unbalanced. The Russians don't get that many vehicles, and I mean, I think you get a T-90. I think you get one tank if you're Russians. The Americans get 3 LAVs and the Amtrak. They get at least 4 armored vehicles, and they're all light armor, but still, any one of those vehicles is able to make a huge difference on the battlefield when used effectively. So, especially the Amtrak, that thing is kind of ridiculous. A little bit silly how superpowered Amtrak happens to be. You can see here the game is, we're still in the game. We had a 50-point. We were down by 50 points when I started this video. Now we're up by 50 points or so. Taking out their Vodnik like a boss, guys. That car that I'm looking at there, that's called a Vodnik, right, or a Vodnik, and it's basically the Russian version of the Humvee in this game. It's the slightly more armored, fast transport vehicle with a machine gun on it. Do not ride in a motherfucking Vodnik. It's a much larger target than the Humvees, and it's a much larger target than the little Jeeps that both sides get. And unlike the Humvees, it doesn't have bulletproof glass. You can be shot through the windshield on the Vodnik, but not on the Humvee, because I don't even know why. And the Vodnik just seems to have less health overall than the Humvee. You can throw a hand grenade under it and blow it up. And the reason it's, yeah, I mean, it's good against bullets, better than the little Jeeps against bullets, but it's also slower and much easier to hit with AT missiles and stuff like that. They're just, I find them to be incredible death traps, the Vodniks. They can be good if you set them up right. The machine gun can be pretty potent, but it's just, you are very likely to be blowed the fuck up. I've gotten so many, like, double, triple, even quad kills tossing hand grenades under those things. It's not even funny. Stay away from Vodniks, guys. You have been warned. I think that's pretty much it for this video. Fuck up this engineer behind the bus. We pretty much achieved victory. See here, yeah, we were only ahead by 50 points, but then we ended up winning by 90. From being down 50 points, we made a really solid comeback in this game as a result of, I like to think, just getting that armor and making good, effective use of it, keeping it alive, keeping it mobile, and capping those points. So here's my stats for guys who want to see. I did get, I think, 8 or 9 kills with the M416 before I started this video up, because I was trying to record Gun of the Week, but I didn't get a good game for that yet. I haven't been playing a huge amount of Battlefield 3 with Skyrim just out. Anyway, the next Gun of the Week video, why do I keep saying Gun of the Week? That's not the name of this series. That's somebody else's series. Fuck. That I watch. Apparently I get confused between the things I'm doing and the people I watch I'm doing. Meet the Weapon. The next Meet the Weapon video should be up tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, do like or leave a comment or whatever. I don't even care if you didn't like it, dislike it, and leave a comment calling me an asshole. Whatever, it's all good. If you're new to the channel and you want to see more Battlefield 3, other videos, remember to subscribe. That's all for now, folks. Troubletcat out.